Hey guys, this is gonna be a different video than what I usually do. I'm just gonna be talking a little bit. Honestly, I don't have any good ideas for videos, and I was gonna play Sons of the Forest anyway. And I really enjoy talking while I play. I might not actually upload it. I enjoy talking to myself while I play. But I mean, if you're hearing this, I uploaded it. Um, I'm not. I've been going to the gym recently. It's been fun. I'm not like a big guy. Yeah, I am quite skinny, which, okay, originally when I was becoming skinny, because I used to be chubby, right? My face is still a little chubby. I think that's just because, I don't know, the rest of my body is skinny. For some reason, my face is kind of chubby. I mean, it's not chubby, like pudgy. I don't know. I mean, but I've been wanting to go to the gym because I don't really enjoy being super skinny. But I guess it's better because when I was chubby, I hated it a lot more than being skinny. And why is this taking so long to load? But I've been trying to go to the gym recently. I've been trying Planet Fitness just because if you're in high school, you can get a free membership during the summer, which is nice. Although I don't know. Also, I've just been working at home because my dad got me these dumbbells like 3 years ago when I was into the gym a little bit more when I was first losing a bunch of weight. Because I used to be like, I don't know, like I don't remember my weight. It was like it's like the same weight I am now, but instead of but I was like 5'8" or 5'9", right? 'Cause I'm like 6'1" with shoes on. But I was at the same weight when I was like 5'9". So I don't know how much. Oh my, what's been happening to my game, man? I think it's a resolution, right? It's been so laggy, and I love this game, but I can't play with this much fucking lag. And hopefully it'll fix itself. Look, there's motion blur though. Like I think I messed up the settings somewhere. Oh, maybe it's definitely the FPS, right? I'm gonna turn down like 40. Can you even run it above like maybe 50? I don't know. I think I normally have like 40, but it's not helping. It's okay. I don't know. It's better. Um, what was I talking about? Shit. Oh yeah, it's loud. I've been getting to the gym recently though, which has been quite enjoyable. I like. Okay, I guess I don't like lifting, which is kind of the problem because I'm skinny and I don't want to be skinny. But I enjoy running, which is kind of the opposite of what I want. My goals are right because like my friends lift a lot. Um, I haven't really got into it, you know. Like I enjoy doing bench press and like deadlift, but other than that, it's not super fun. All but like lifting or not, running is really fun though. But when I go like if I go with like one of my friends, you'd be crazy. It's crazy how many people are like dicks. Because like not really to me, right? But to like one of my friends, he's quite large. And that's why he's going to the gym. And like, dude, he'll go in and people will just like laugh at him. And I'm like, okay, neither like dude, he's going to the gym to like lose weight. I don't know why you'd laugh at somebody for trying to better themselves, you know? I gotta go make sure all my walls are okay. Where's my golf cart? There. If you play this game, it's actually just really fun to wander. Like it's really fun to just take care of your property. Like I built this huge house, massive wall. I'm like, what is happening? I actually don't think I can play with this just like lag, dude. But maybe I'll turn this. What does VSync do? Okay. 72 hertz. Is that good? Not really familiar with settings. But yeah, so I don't know. I feel like if oh, what is happening? How do I get out? What's happening, bro? Why? Okay, Tom, why is it actually? So I gotta do like a quick. Like, why is everything at high? And nothing's at high. Now, mind. Render list, low resolution, advanced. Is that good? I'm sorry. I should probably stay on topic, but I would. Let's turn off motion blur. That help? Let's see if this is better. Forgot how to get out of the bullet card. Like, how do I get out? How do I get out of the fucking go kart? Why am I just going backwards? Ah, I thought it was E. Oh, figured it out. I was wrong way. Okay. But yeah, I feel like if you're like if I'm at the gym, I would shouldn't you support the other people who are share the same interests as you and are all and as you were all trying to better yourself, at least physically and also mentally, because it does have a lot of mental benefits. I don't know. I feel like shouldn't you? I don't know. Like some of the nicest guys I've known, like at school and shit, have been like gym guys. But they're like jacked. You assume they're kind of be dickheads because a lot of like th- those types of people are, but they're like the nicest people, bro. So I don't know why anybody would want to be negative to like somebody who clearly is just trying to better themselves. Shouldn't you encourage that? I don't know. Honestly, I just prefer to go for runs and stuff. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of the lifting, but I don't know. I don't want to just be like skinny. Like, I mean, I put in a lot of work to like lose weight, which I'm quite proud of, right? But now instead of being like chubby, I'm just skinny. Which, I don't know. I think it's better, but not like by that much. I don't know, man. I should I don't know, but I'm just kind of self-conscious about my weight, which makes it so like if I gain like 2 pounds, which my scale for some reason is super off. Like I did not lose 6 pounds today, because I had like 100. I don't know. It's summer break and I just got off work yesterday. I just got off work for the week yesterday. Um, so I have like a couple free days where I don't have to do anything, which is a quite nice. So I'm just shit. I'm just like chilling, because I don't hate my work. I hated it when I first started. I work at McDonald's, which isn't the greatest job. A lot of my friends clown me, but it's better than being unemployed. They're like most of my friends are unemployed, so at least I'm employed. Honestly, the pay isn't that bad. The minimum wage in Illinois where I live, I probably shouldn't have told you that, but I don't think you're gonna get much from I live in Illinois. Like, sure. But the minimum wage there is so high. It's $15. So I'm making more than my brother who just went off to college, who works like a lifeguard and shit, by flipping burgers. Although I do have the worst job at McDonald's, which is grill and fryer. And like when I first started, dude, I know it sounds dumb, but you'd be shocked at the amount of stress having to do grill and fryer causes. Like just everything just immediately piles up because you're supposed to have one person doing fryer, one person doing grill, but my location just doesn't really do that. But you would actually be surprised at how stressful it can be. Which I know is dumb. It's McDonald's, but like you'll just have everybody waiting on you to finish something, and you're working on like 8 things at once, and the gloves, your hands are sweaty, so you can't get the gloves on because you have to take 100 pairs, and it can get crazy. Like especially when I first started, because when I was pretty terrible at my job because I just started, and there's a lot of different ways you have to cook certain things. Um, but dude, I was low key stressed out, dude, and I'm getting a lot better at my job, which has made it a lot less bad. So when I first started, I hated it. I did not know the strats to not get covered in boiling hot grease. I mean, I still do, but much less. Um, but yeah, so there's strategies that I've learned, but honestly, not too terrible. Like my shifts are only my for some reason each shift is not long. But like the thing is, there's no chairs, right? So you have to stand the whole time, which wouldn't be that bad. But for some reason, my body, whenever I'm standing up, requires me to pace if I'm not doing something. So I'll just be chilling, you know. Like I'll just be, I don't know, sitting there, and I guess not, I'll be standing there, and I'll just have to pace. For some reason, my body just makes me. So by the end of the shift, I got like five. I have a step counter on my phone, right? So I'll have like 5,000 or 6,000 more steps by the end of my shift, just for like pacing, and then because I mean the job does require you to walk a lot between stuff, but not 6,000 steps worth. So it's mostly just from pacing. Um, but yeah, so my knees hurt by the end. But honestly, it's not that bad. I'm making $15 an hour, which is a pretty decent amount because minimum wage is so high. And like I work maybe like 4 or 5 hour shifts, which are not like I think the grill shifts for some reason are just shorter. Like some of my friends work like 8 hour shifts, which I would die if I have anything over five, man. Just like first of all, it's just really hot in there, right? You're next to like grills and fryers, so you're already boiling to death. But just the fact that I pace all the time makes it so my knees are exploding after like 3 or 4 hours. So I'm really glad the shifts are short because it's just my first job, but it's definitely like my first job I've actually got a lot of shifts in. But I don't know. For now, I just work weekends, which is I really hope she doesn't give me shifts during the school year for weekdays, right? Because I'm fine working Sundays or even like Saturdays, but I don't want to have to go get home from school and then work on the weekdays 'cause I feel like that would kind of suck. And like, yeah, it's money, but also, and I'm taking a lot more AP classes this year. Because the only AP class I took, I didn't take any freshman year. Sophomore year, I took AP Comp Sci, and I'm taking AP US History and AP Physics, and then AP Comp Sci A. Um, so yeah, I'm taking a little bit more, which I think would probably need more time to study and stuff. Although, knowing me, I'm probably not going to study until I like really have to, which is not a great thing. I recommend actually studying. I know every year I'm saying like I don't need to like lock in towards the end because I'm going to do good the entire thing. But then I always have to have an academic comeback. Um, which I don't know. It's like I don't know. They work, which is like it's like this semester, which my grades are not the greatest, by the way. I'm not like a 4.0 person. I'm like one of those 2.0 people, you know. But I would say my average is like a 3.3. But I went for before finals, mine was a 3.0, and I just locked in because for some reason I'm really good at taking tests. Like last year, or I guess just the first semester, I didn't know shit on my chemistry final, and I still got like a B just because I'm really good at taking tests. Because like I mean, for the majority of besides Spanish you're close. Because if you don't know the answer, there's no way you can deduct it, you know. But in chemistry, like they're talking about how you have like 4 moles of sodium bicarbonate and blah 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 it turns into like 2 grams. Like the answer isn't gonna be like I don't know, fucking sodium bicarbonate turns into sodium and then carbonate or whatever. I don't fucking know. You wouldn't have like 2 grams of sodium. I don't know. Most of the time, my point is you can deduct it from the using common sense, but for Spanish you can't, and that's why I have to lock in at Spanish. What are you doing in the house? Get out. Get me some rocks. Actually, no. Get me some logs. Give me some stones. You fill the holder. Yeah. But oh, shit, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, tests. I'm pretty. So I should lock in at the finals because, like, realistically, I should study more for the finals. I kind of just don't, and I do pretty decent. But I hear junior year is hard, so that's gonna suck. Um, but honestly, though, I know my grades have been decent. Not really where I want them, right? Because my goal was like I got a 3.5 this semester, but last semester I got a 3.0, which was the worst grades I've got in a while. No, I guess eighth grade and seventh grade I didn't do shit because it doesn't matter remotely. So I just got like, dude, fucking sixth grade during e-learning, my GPA was like point 0.7. And I think I failed every class besides one. And I was actually proud of myself because you know in Google you can use the inspect mode. Let me show you. Let's do this. I do not want to open IntelliJ. Uh, wrong. I don't want to open IntelliJ. But you can do like this, and you can do inspect, and you can get rid of certain elements. You can get rid of this, and like you can let me go here actually. Like I can change what like let's say do this. Like I can change what this says by highlighting it and inspecting. Where is it? I guess I can. Let me do this actually. What? Why does it look weird? I feel like it looks weird. Where is it? Oh, okay, no, I haven't done this in a while, but my point is, you can like, if you're on Chrome, you can get rid of certain elements. I mean, not actually. It just looks like you got rid of it. It doesn't actually change anything. But I'll go into, I think it was called like Skyward, which is what we used for grades back then. And I would just delete all of the missing assignments and change all of my grades. And so whenever she would ask, is my base being broken into? I need like a turret, dude. Oh, my wall is breaking over here. Person. But yeah, so and low key, I was able to get through the entire year. And then she figured out it was not super great, but I was low key proud of that. We're not even gonna lie. Where's the hammer? I have not played this game in a very long time, so I kind of know where nothing is. Where is the hammer? Hammer, hammer. What's this? Pickaxe. I bet the original a lot more. Not gonna lie. I like the original probably more. I would say. I don't know. I like the building of this, but I kind of miss it being like a horror game. It's just wants less horror, more. What do you call it? Like, why do I have so many charred human remains? Actually, where is the hammer? I have no clue. Up there. Yay. Like I should probably go around and clean my base up. But shit, I always forget what I'm talking about. Whatever. It's fine. I don't know. School's starting soon, so that's fine, honestly. I hate the beginning of school this year so much because I have really bad social anxiety unless I'm with friends, and I don't. But sorry about that. But sorry, my stomach is bloating right now. Mm, Sorry. But I have really bad social anxiety, especially during the beginning of the year. So I just want to get that part over with. But after that, I still don't really talk unless I know anybody, which I feel like I don't have friends. It sounds like don't have friends. I have like a pretty decent amount of friends. I would say like I have like five good friends who like I text decent amount. But there's a lot of people who I just know who I would like hang out with. But I don't know. I'm just not super great at like me talking to new people. I've been trying to get better. Like, thing is, I'm really, really white. And there's only two reasons why this matters. First of all, I get sunburned all the time. I had the worst sunburn of my life like earlier this month. No, or okay, it's last month. It's just the very beginning of this month. But on God, it was the worst. It was honestly 5 times worse than when I broke my arm. It was just terrible. And if you're not like super pale like I am, you might not understand the pure pain that some sunburns can give. But like, oh my God, dude, it was just so bad. There was like, and this was when I went on a cruise, right? Which I feel like it was really bad. I'm not gonna lie. It makes me sound ungrateful, but it was just terrible. Like my family, I love my family dearly. It's not like they're like terrible. But it was like a cruise to celebrate my brother graduating. Which is a little weird. Is that person? That's my homie. Um, it's a little weird, but we went and dude, on God, I swear, 40% of the majority of the time we were there was an argument. Like literally, we would all be, I would go to bed, right? And like they could not, my mom and my brother could not stop fighting. Like legit, we were trying to go to bed, and one of them would just say like a random comment. It was like they have an obligation every hour, like 10 minutes, to say a negative comment. So like those be like they'll say something negative, and then they'll start a fight. Like, legit, I think 90% of the time there was an argument. It was crazy, dude. Like low key, it was one of the worst weeks of my life. First of all, I was sick the entire time. Like, let me explain. Right about before we were about to, what is this? Sure. Before we were gonna go to or like, okay, right before we were gonna leave for the airport, which we went to the wrong airport, by the way, so we had to run really, really fast. My mom cried her way onto the plane, which I was quite embarrassed by. But that dude, on God, if you're like a woman and you cry a bunch, life is free, bro. Like legit. There were so many people who were in a rush, and my mom just cried and was like, "We're running late, we're running late," and then they just let her cut the entire line. It was crazy. I was so embarrassed, but also like, what? If I cry, I'm gonna get laughed at. And if she cries, it was crazy, man. But we were able to get on the plane, right? But like the second we leave to go to the airport, my bones feel like they're gonna explode. I don't know why. And I felt high. I felt like I was on crack. I felt like somebody spiked my shit. Yeah, dude, I was passing out talking about the Bacon Man and the Friendship Cave. I don't remember this. And I was saying shit. Like I told my mom that I vaped, which I did once, but I don't know why I told her that. It was like I was high on like crack. Who is texting me? So give me a sec. But it was like I was high, something. Because I feel like my veins were gonna explode and that my bones were gonna like collapse. I could not walk. And this lasted like 5 days, right? Or okay, no, not 5, 3 or 4 days. Um, like yeah, really 3 days, because we flew to Florida, which is where it comes off from. Give me a sec. I'm super sorry about this. So we flew to Florida, and I'm miserable and I'm dying. And I thought this would be the worst part of the vacation. It was. But I'm very grateful for the vacation. I just didn't end up very well. But I'm so grateful that we went, you know. But I go there, one plane dying. And it's so uncomfortable, like all planes are. Thing is, unless I'm laying down, I feel like my bones are gonna explode way more. So I'm dying. Person next to me is not appreciating my dyingness. So I somehow was able to go to bed, and then like 30 minutes before we land, this fucker says, "We're on the intercoms. We're about to land." And then I wake up and I'm like, "Okay, good. I slept through the entire flight." 30 minutes passed. I don't know why he woke everybody up so early. Because we land like 30 minutes later, and I'm just like, dude, come on. So I'm dying, right? We get out of the airport. So many arguments. I don't know what was going on during this period of time. I'm a little confused why there were so many. Because it wasn't really arguing. It's more just people like screaming at each other. It was not super fun, especially when you feel like you're gonna. Are we being attacked? If I hear attacking noise, I'll be up here. I prefer if they don't fully break down the wall. Let me deal with this. I think this is the closest entrance. Where I can't see anything because sun. But oh okay, this is I think a big attack. Is it? I can't live for 10 seconds without being invaded, man. Oh, it's muted. Okay, sorry. Let me pause this story. Oh, never mind. The mutant's helping me. You're dead either way, though. I have an absurd amount of ammo, which I did spawn in. I will not lie. I spawn ammo in. Yes, I do not enjoy grinding a cave for 8 hours. Are you legend? Oh my god. There. Okay. Is that? I'm gonna let you go. And if you rush at me, I will kill you. Just run. Just run. Don't. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You sit down. It's not worth it. Don't do it. Smart guy. Smart guy. I will harvest this guy's skin now because it is quite good armor. Let's continue. So we get off the plane. We go to our hotel room. Already a lot of arguments, but honestly, I was hopeful for this trip. There's nobody else right. Let me fix this. And so we get to the hotel room. I'm still dying. I just lay down, and more arguments. Right. So I'm not going to complain. Like this, it was an absurd amount the entire trip. So just assume that there's a constant argument going on the entire trip. I mean, there really was, but yeah. So I get there. I'm still dying. I fall asleep. And we stay there for a couple of days, right? And I'm dying the entire time. Then I eat a burger. I'm like, I could not eat food. I felt like I was gonna barf it up all the time. The entire trip. I guess not the entire trip. This part, but so right. I'm sitting there trying to get a burger down, and then I think I got sick from the burger because as bone pain and vein pain starts to subside, I notice a weird pain in my stomach, and then I have it's kind of gross, but I have the worst case of the stomach flu I've had in years. I don't get it very often, but it was rough, man. Like, I just in the hotel room where we probably stayed like 2 days, I think. 2 days. Because it's okay. So 2 days we stayed there while I ordered. I was, I'm not gonna go into too much detail. That just hurt, man. I'm just thinking oh God, fuck. Is that being invaded? Why does everybody attack me all the time, man? You're not gonna win. Is it being attacked? I see it being bent. Remember, it just went around and fixed everything. But yeah, so I am just dying of stomach flu. I think it might have also been nothing's up here from just like all the fighting. I don't know. That my stomach's weird, man. So I just have on God the worst stomach flu ever. I'm dying. The I'm super embarrassed because I have to keep calling for toilet paper. And then finally get on the cruise. We go to the port. Massive ship. It was an absurd. It was like 16 floors, I think 18 floors, and there was a couple we couldn't go to. Not in, so like 20 floors. It was absurdly large. We get there, my stomach's getting worse and worse. So literally the first like couple days of the cruise, I can't go out of my room like at all. Like I go a little, I try, but it's just not working, man. I'm dying. There's so much arguing. I don't really want to be there. Like I enjoy the trip, but it's just like because normally I would just leave the room and like let my family argue, right? I can't because there's so much stuff happening with my stomach. So I'm sitting there dying. Everybody's arguing. I honestly I'm just praying that it's going. So in a couple of days in, I'm like halfway through the cruise already. It's feeling a little bit better. I'm just sick. I'm dying, right? And it's just bad. I really am just tired of going places at this point. And there's an excursion to a little beach slash it's an island with a beach and then this huge water. And it's called like I don't even remember. And I've missed every other excursion at this point because I've been so sick. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do this one. I'm tired. I may be super sick, but I need to try to enjoy this cruise, even though there's a lot of arguing, even though people are saying they want to bash each other's skulls in. There's, I should try to enjoy it. So I go out there, have a grand old time, and get the worst fucking sunburn of my life. I put on sunscreen, but I guess it just doesn't work like that. Because think about being this pale. Sunscreen just doesn't work, man. Like I accept the fact that I'm gonna get sunburned. But for some reason, I think the reason I got so sunburned is because first of all, we were on an island near the equator. It was in like the Bahamas, right? So a lot of sun. But I think I went to the water too early before it could dry because I come like halfway through. My mom and or brother are no that my mom and my brother are like, oh, your shoulders are really red, and then they continued wanting to kill each other. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. For some reason, I didn't decide to put on more fucking sunscreen. So I just lay in the pool, and I'm just like, and then the ocean. I got some shells. Pretty cool. My brother is very scared of the ocean though, because he almost died in it, so he should not appreciate this. I get out, and I'm like, okay, this sunburn hurts, but it can't be that bad. I wake up the next day. It felt like my skin shrunk. So every time I move, it's like I'm ripping it apart. And I'm like, this is the worst. But it'll only get better from here. So the day it would continue being, I've not done this that much during this vacation, and it's been bad. It's been rough. I appreciate the gesture, but it would have been fun if like was with maybe like my mom or my brother, because together they just want to kill each other for some reason. And I'm not really 100% sure why. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. So we're about to leave, right? We get packed all of our stuff, and I feel an itch. Now, if you haven't had a sunburn, a severe one, there's stages, right? First stage, it's red. It hurts a little, but it's not like a big deal. Then you go to sleep, and then there's the tightness stage. That's not what it's called, but that's what I call it. It's where your skin feels like really tight. It just hurts, and you can see it that you know it's going to be bad at this point, depending on what it looks like. Then there's the worst stage, the itch. Now, I can't even describe what I had as itching. There's a thing. Let me Google it actually. It's called Hell's Itch. It's a really dumb name, but it's a condition that can happen. An intense throbbing itch that occurs after someone usually 48 hours after sun exposure. It's a thing that happens where your nerve cells just I don't want to say that actually that's pretty gross, but basically your nerve cells is I should get the definition. Oh, what is it? I would like a lot more. Can you tell me? Because I remember reading that it's like the nerve endings in your damaged skin just rapid fire for no reason. They just keep sending signals that it itches, and they just don't stop. Now I didn't know that that was the thing that could happen, right? So I'm already in a shit ton of pain, and it's not itching though. It's like it just feels like your skin's like popping. It was just so disgusting. And I broke my arm, right? And it just hurt like 3 times at least more. And then for some reason, my brother, who he's a lifeguard, so he gets sunburned a lot. And he's not as pale as me, but still pretty pale. So he has experience in this. I for some reason listened to him, where he says, "Take a shower." At this point, by the way, actually, let me go back. So we're getting ready to leave the boat, and I noticed that it's terrible ick that it's kind of hard to describe, but and I know it sounds like I'm being a wuss, which I am a wuss, but in this situation. I'm not exaggerating. Like, son, it's just crazy how bad it can hurt. But honestly, I tried stuff, right? But and the thing is, it's not that bad if you can stay completely still. But I had to go to the airport. I had to do a bunch of shit, so I can't really stay still. And also, but if you stay calm, deep breathing, it can definitely reduce the pain. It's actually itching. It's more of a pain than itching, but it's kind of itching. It's weird. It must have had a really bad one. But it's hard to do that, stay calm when everybody around you is screaming at each other. So the arguing wasn't helping, right? So I am just dying at the airport. My eyes are closed, and I'm just laying there praying to just like skip time because I am in so much pain. Like it's absurd, man. I don't know what was happening to my body. But honestly, I was just like spasm. I couldn't think. Like normally I'd be super embarrassed about fucking having full body spasms and being that red and being miserable. I didn't even know where I was, honestly. I felt like I was high. I was in so much pain. Um, so like I'm dying, right? So we get on the plane. I stand completely still. It's a little bit better. And I'm getting rated again. But I somehow, by the grace of fucking God, am able to go to sleep. I don't know how, but I was, and I'm lucky that I did. Where am I being? I heard like a war cry. I think I'm being attacked. I should know from where. I think we got one of my watchtowers. But but basically, and I wake up, and it's bad, man. So I'm running through the airport, waiting for all this stuff, and I am just dying. Now you may be thinking, oh, well, okay, now you can go home. We're in Florida at this point, right? I know we're not in Florida. We're in Illinois. Wow. Well, before this, by the way, we went to the Kennedy Space Center. It's actually one of the only parts I enjoyed because my mom went somewhere else without us, and it was really nice to not have arguing. But I guess we're not being attacked. But it was nice. I was in a lot of pain though, and I lost my really expensive earbuds. 'Cause honestly, I could not think. I got a photo with an astronaut though, so that was cool. But like, it sounds like I'm just being a wuss. But like, honestly, it was rough, man. It was just rough. Um, so we went there, and then okay, we're back in the Illinois airport, or I guess O'Hare Airport, the right one this time, thank God. But yeah. So, and I'm dying, right? And my mom, she kicks us out of the house because I don't even know. I was asleep the whole time, so I wasn't even saying shit. I was just like existing, and she's like, "I don't want you. Your dad can pick you up," because my parents are divorced, right? My dad's house is a lot chiller usually too, so that's kind of nice. Actually, I wasn't too mad. But then my dad texted, he said, "You're in 45 minutes." I don't think I can last 45 minutes because we weren't planning this. My mom was just like, "I'm not letting you in my car." Or I guess not even in her car, her Uber to get to her car. So she kicks up. I'm still not really sure why. I wasn't paying attention. I was more focused. I felt like my back was going to explode. And it was, and so I was dying, sitting there waiting. Finally, he comes. We stop at Walmart to get sprays, multitudes of sprays that don't really help. They help a little bit, right? He has aloe vera, which I think saved me, man, because it hurts so bad, but it helps. It helps. And it honestly, it's what actually got heal fast. You know? But I get home, and I'm like, I cannot comprehend what is happening. I am sitting there, and I can't make thoughts. I I'm not exaggerating. It felt worse than I think any pain I've had in like for so. And it's not like I haven't had like injuries and shit. Like, I mean, I've done sports and shit. I've broke my arm. I got a disturbing amount of concussions. I've had some stuff that happened, and I've had bad summers before, but this, I think it might be the worst pain of my life. I'm not joking, by the way. I don't know what happened. I don't know how I got this. I was out there for a while, like a day, but not like that. I don't know. But I'm out there, and I get home to my dad's house, of course, because I got kicked out. I have my I had a, in I they're trying to put stuff on, and then my brother, God bless his soul, hits me with a, "You might want to shower. It could help." Now, normally, if it wasn't that bad of a sunburn, that'd be fine. But in this situation, it's not. So I step in the shower. I can barely sit. I can't sit still at this point, right? I'm just rocking back and forth in just an absurd amount of pain. Can't think of thoughts. I step in the shower, and relief washes over. As I finally stop itching, cold water feels nice. and then I step out after like 20 minutes. And then apparently the hell's itch I was talking about can be triggered by take I think actually I was like is it temperature changes? Can hell's itch be triggered by power? I'm pretty sure I heard it can. But yeah, it can be by water by more or rather by water exposure. Now, nobody told me this, right? So I get out. And when I it's the worst feeling I've ever I felt some bad stuff, man. It's not like I haven't felt bad things. This was just the primal urge to rip. I couldn't form words. I couldn't say things. It w and I literally passed out after like 30 minutes of this. Like, and I put a bunch of shit on it. I put lidocaine and shit that shit was supposed to help, didn't. And I passed out from the pain after like 30 minutes. But like those 30 minutes was literally the worst 30 minutes of my entire life. So at this trip, I'm sick the entire time. There's constant screaming that my brother and my mom are doing. And I'm basically bedbound. And the only things I do the entire time is order more toilet paper for my no, I'm gonna stop. That's just kind of gross. I'm gonna not describe this. But it's bad down there, you know? And I'm dying this entire vacation. And then we finally get home. After all I get kicked out of the house, me and my brother. Uh, and and then I pain of my life. It's not been a great vacation. And it didn't even end there. Because once I woke up, I was still in a shit ton of pain. Definitely less. I didn't have that terribly, but it was still really fucking bad. I'm dying that day. The next day, it's a little bit better. A little bit better. And then I think by the next day after that, it was manageable. And then the next day, it was just itchy. Not. And then next day, it was just kind of peely and gross. It was still itchy a little. And then the next day, it was fine. It was still peely, but not itchy. But when I tell you, that was literally, I think that might have been the worst week of my life. Oh, it was so bad. And it wasn't just like the pain that somebody said I had an ailment all the time. And I think it was just mostly just like I think the arguing. It was rough, man. Like I don't want to get into like my personal life, but it was rough. Oh, dude, it was literally like 24/7, man. But honestly, we stayed with my dad for a bit, which was nice, you know. It was more calming because it's a lot chiller there. The dog shitting on the floor. I don't know, honestly. Then we took him out a bunch more and it was fine. But honestly, though, it was rough. It was a rough, it's like 2 weeks, but it was a rough vacation, man. It was rough. But I'm back, you know, and I'm so happy. I don't want to ever go on a fucking cruise ever again. I want to go somewhere cold. I'm gonna go to like a mountain. I want to go to like Sweden. I was watching The Amazing Race, so as I got back scrolling with my step sibling. Yeah, uh, they're non-binary, so I'm not really sure how to. I'm just gonna say step sibling. But I was scrolling through Disney and I saw Disney Plus and I was called Amazing Race. We watched it low key. It was a season with Rupert, who I was cheering for, and this fucker got stuck in the park for like an hour and a half. It was hilarious. Oh my god, dude! The only reason they didn't get eliminated first was because the team that who they beat, because they came second to last, they gave up on a challenge because the guy they chose could not get up a glorified slip and slide like a mountain-ish slip and slide that everybody did like on their first try. They gave up and they still almost lost. It's like a 4 hour penalty or something. It's crazy, dude. Oh, dude, and then he lost. But then I was cheering for what's his name? Oh, I don't remember. It was not Harry. It was Team Fun or whatever the fuck they're called. I don't remember. But this was like a little bit ago, and I was in a lot of pain as well. And they didn't win. They got like third, fourth. And the team I subsequently was cheering for, they got stuck at like a fucking safe for like during the finals for like 3 hours. It was hilarious. But yeah, but basically bad vacation. But whatever. And, you know, I just wish I went with like other people, but I don't know, man. I've done a lot of complaining right now. So what else do I even have to talk about? I think that's basically it. I don't know. My grandma is living with us now because I'm at my mom's again. So and it's low key depressing. Like she just does not talk about how she wants to die. Because she's old and she has really bad dementia and she's just in constant pain. And she's in the hospital right now. Honestly, I don't know. My mom said to not come. I'm not really sure why, honestly. But she's in the hospital a lot. She fell, and then they just want to make sure everything's okay. So the low-key kind of depressing, but it is what it is. There's a lot of shit on the floor everywhere because she struggles, and I feel really bad, man. Um, what else? Work's been aight. Where I think I told you I worked at McDonald's. Low key, not great, but not as bad as it was. I've gotten a lot better at my job, therefore it's been a lot. I've been able to manage my time better to help prevent from because also thank God because I started my shift was 3 to 7, so it's not the grill shifts are not long. By the end, you're just covered in sweat because it's super hot and you're doing a bunch of shit. And you would be shocked at how stressful it is when you only have one person doing the grill and the fryer. Like I know it sounds like I'm a McDonald's employee, but low key things just pile up so fast, and everybody's constantly waiting on you. Then some fucker will order like an absurd amount of chicken nuggets fresh, so I have to make them. That's crazy. But it was low key really stressful because I worked at dinner hours, right? But now pretty much all my shifts are on the weekends, usually just Sunday, sometimes Saturday. So I don't work too many hours, which is super nice. It's just a good amount. It's like $50 a week. I know it's not too much. I don't really remember, but it's enough money where I feel like it's good to have, but not enough money where it's like I don't know. It's better than work. I feel like I don't really want to work like 40 hours a week during a school year. But yeah, so I just work weekends really, and they changed my shift from 3 to 7 to 12 to 4, which 12 to like 1 is really bad, and then there's gonna be some random groups of people, but realistically, who comes to get McDonald's lunch from for like 12 4? Like maybe like 12 makes sense, maybe even 1. But also, who really gets McDonald's lunch on a weekend? Like I get on a weekday, right? Because you're coming from work, like for a work lunch. But dude, it's low key. Just makes it so much more fun to work. And not fun. 'Cause I don't enjoy my job, but it's made it so much less stressful, right? And it's honestly made me not hate my job as much because it can get so just annoying, uh, constantly having to. Because like you'll finally cook another thing of burgers, and then there'll be another tray waiting. And if you haven't worked in McDonald's, it kind of doesn't make sense what I'm describing, but everything gets so piled up so fast. But honestly though, it's been a lot better recently because I have changed the times, which is super. Plus, I prefer to get it over with because who really wants to have to wait till like dinner time? Because you also don't get breaks because my shifts aren't long enough for breaks. So I would just be hungry the entire time unless like eat a shit ton of food at 4. And you get free food at the You get like $10 for free food, which isn't like a lot, but it's enough where like it's a little treat after. But yeah, I don't know. My life's been pretty decent. Brothers off to college. I'm not sure I should play the game. Brothers off to college though, so that kind of sucks, but honestly good for him. He's doing it being an engineer. I don't think he really knows what an engineer is though. 'Cause I don't know. He seems to I don't know, whatever. Good for him though. I hope he enjoys. And honestly, I'm glad he's doing what he wants, because him and my mom have been arguing a lot before he moved out. So I'm kind of glad he just gets to chill on his own. Oh, raccoon. It- I can't speak English. English is fun. But yeah, it is nice to. I don't know. It seems nice. He goes to. I'm like I shouldn't tell you where he goes to college because that's a pretty decent school. I don't know. He had better grades than me. Like he had worse grades than me freshman sophomore. And then he took the medicine for it because I have a ADHD and shit, but he takes medicine for it. I just really don't want to take medicine for it. If and I used to take medicine and I just didn't like it. I don't want all of my accomplishments to be because of medicine. I don't really enjoy taking like medicine for like my stuff, but he's fine with it. So he takes the medicine, and Loki, this man gets a 4.0 without studying. It's crazy. He has that medicine. He has to put it in a safe because a lot of students in college will take it because it helps them focus. I don't remember what it's called, but it lets anybody really just focus, and it lets people with ADHD focus as well, I guess. And I don't know. So basically, he can just like focus whenever he wants, which I don't think even normal people can do. I don't. My ADHD isn't as bad, but he seems to think that normal people can just focus, which they can't. I can't. I'm relatively normal. But yes, I do. I wish I could look could take that because he takes it. He's 4.0 without studying. It's crazy. I like no good for him. He's getting. Do I have any dried meats? What's actually? I don't remember where it gets stored. Where is it stored? Here. That is raw meat. Okay. Let's eat this. But yeah, so I don't know. Low key, life's been pretty good. Water, dirty. Why do I have dirty water? It's fine. I don't know. I just kind of want school to start so I can get the beginning over with. What is that? Oh shit! Why did I dump that water? Like impossible to get water out in the winter. To get water in the winter, unless you want to walk a while to go to like a stream. Maybe I will. But yeah, I don't know. It's been not been great. I don't know. I should hang out with my friends more honestly. I was gonna hang out. I hung out with one of them last week. I was gonna hang out this week, but my grandma she had a doctor's appointment, and I can't yeah, so I can't do that, which kind of sucks. So looking forward to it a lot as well. So, but I mean, it's my grandma. I can't. I got to drive her to the doctor's appointment. I'm not fine with that, honestly. See this. What else? I've been recording for a while. I think this is probably good enough, right? I want to go to homecoming this year. Well, I went freshman year. I didn't go sophomore year. I didn't go with a girl. I am terrible with the ladies, man. And I also look pretty gross. I don't know. I got glasses, so that isn't a good thing. Although I honestly think I look worse without glasses. Well, I don't know, man. I want to go at least because I went with my friend's freshman year, and it was kind of thing is me and him and okay. So I went with me. Okay, sophomore year I had a lot more friends. I just didn't go. But freshman year I knew like a couple people as friends. So I went with me, this girl named Palak, and then my friend Jet. I shouldn't say these names actually. I went with friends, right? And they're nice, like, bro, I feel bad. I low key hate on Palak a lot, but she's actually nice. And if she, and she wouldn't say this, but if she does, fuck you. I'm sorry, that was rude. I don't know. I don't know. I have an urge to be mean to her. Not like I don't know. I should be nice to her. It's good water. But yeah. But it was fun. Yeah, I kind of sat in the corner, played Uno. Isn't the greatest thing, but they had free ice cream, so we kind of sat there eating ice cream, playing Uno. But honestly, well, maybe not the greatest use of our time, but none of us had a girlfriend, and she didn't have a boyfriend, so we were all kind of cooked. We're all just sitting in the corner. But I don't know. The thing is, I have really bad, like I said, really bad social anxiety, especially when it comes to women, right? Because I can talk to women I know. It's not like I can talk to Palak without being like, but I can't talk to a random one. I don't know, man. I'm really bad at talking to new people unless I'm tired. I found out that if I don't sleep for like a little bit, my mind, my sense of like social anxiety just goes away. So if there's a big event, I sometimes won't. Well, I should get worse sleep on purpose. So then I feel tired, which makes me a little less awkward. Work a backfire because sometimes I'll just feel really paranoid the entire time. I don't know, man. I want to go this year though, because low key it's fun. I just want to dress up. I don't know, it's a lot of work. And also, I don't know, man. It's just like kind of a waste to not go with a girl. Also, like, bro, I have I was very chubby, like I said, for like since like sixth grade. Even in sixth grade, for the longest time I didn't know I was chubby, but I've not looked good for very long. Yeah, I think I look better now, right? I actually kind of I take care of myself. I go for runs. I try to maintain my relative weight. I'm not short. Like I feel bad for the short kings who are like 5'2". Dude, one of my friends is like 5'3" or 5'2", and I feel so bad. He can put an absurd amount of effort into his physique, and they'll still be like, "You're compensating." He might be, but he's a nice guy, dude. Oh, I feel so bad because that's something you can't change. Like, there's not much that like a woman can have that make her unattractive that she can't change. But for a guy, you 5'2", It's so sad. Dude, I feel so bad. Oh, dude, he has it. I'm pretty tall. My brother, I want to be taller than my brother because okay, he's been tall for a while. I haven't, right? Because like, I've just grown a lot recently, and I'm not tall. I'm like I'm 16 and I'm like 6 foot and 6'1" with shoes. But he's like 6'3" or 6'3", I think 6'3", right? But he's always been tall, and I haven't always been above average in height. So he's nonstop would make fun of me about how short I am. He was a he was an original rage baiter when I was because okay, when I was a child I had very bad anger issues, right? It was I'm not gonna get into personal stuff. It's a person. But dude, he would bait he was such a dickhead. He was 2 years older than me. But like he would like bump me in the hallway. And then like in the hallway in our house. Um and then he'd purposely bait me into a fight just so I would get like my phone taken away or like my took away my books, and I was like, bro, come on, because at that point I was a bad child. I was all so I would pretty much always not have access to any technology because I would get it taken away. And honestly, I didn't really care at that point, so I would read. And she took away my books, and I was very sad about that. I don't really read anymore though, but he was a rage, dude. I was in the hospital for an embarrassing reason. I'm not gonna say. But, it was actually okay. No, I don't. When I was a child, I suffered from constipation, really bad constipation. When I tell you it's bad, I went to the hospital multiple times, and I don't know why I have it, man. I guess I had it. Like it, it, it's not something. It's something I. It's something that's actually like severe, but it's so dumb. Like for some reason, they kept me with the cancer kid. The people, with children with cancer. I'm not really sure why. I think, but they would give you some time, hang out, in a room. And I was one of the only kids with hair. And looking back, it makes me so sad. I was there because I couldn't shit right. They were there because they're have cancer. And oh, dude, I felt so unqualified to be there. But yeah, it was. But I was there for like multiple days. I had to get like a what do you call it? Like a thing in your stomach, which is so disgusting. Drip shit to like I don't know. It was so gross. I don't want to get into it because it was super gross. Shit. Let me see. Somebody is texting me. But yeah, so he was staying home with my grandma, who she's here now as well, but she's in Mexico right now. Yeah, my God, what is he sending me? Why am I getting? Whatever. But yeah. So he's saying, and he literally says, "I am so worried about my brother that I gotta stay up to play plans for somebody's got anywhere for two. I'm so worried that I gotta stay up. That I gotta take my mind off of it." Which just doesn't make sense. But she believes he can, and he fucking brought Bert to get the I haven't played Plants vs. Zombies I refer to play. It is one of my favorite games of all time. But so I get that, right? And I am I'm not even like, go to the hospital for, but miserable. What's the pain? I get first it's hey, I got hot rod chopper to the master rank or some version of that sentence. I'm being like, this guy from the hospital, you're not gonna ask how I am. Like he's cool, but he's also like annoying at times. I don't know. That's what brothers are. Nobody. I mean, everybody. I care about my brother, right? But no brother is perfect, and I think that's kind of the point of brothers is to just be somebody who you can like count on because you've been with them for so long, and you know that. But how should I even talk about? I don't even know how I this sentence. Like, what was I even talking? Oh yeah. Oh shit. What was I talking about? I was talking about this, then I was talking about him rage baiting me. That's fucking dementia. I would actually be terrified of that. But yeah. What am I talking about? Why can't I remember this? Whatever. But yeah, so looking for, I don't know, hopefully the reason I'm disappointed in myself that I've had my vocabulary, like, low-key unironically saying it, and it hurts. I feel like, though, it's maybe considered brain rot. It doesn't. I mean, like it's short for charisma. I feel like it's just a good word. Like what else you can say? Like I have, like I'm not. I don't know, man. But yeah, it's just it's been a little rough. I don't know. I'm hoping we come back. This is gonna be talk to women. Not, dude. I've made the joke for a while that I'm scared of like to my parents and friends. I was scared of like I actually believe that I'm scared of women. I know I'm actually scared of women. That it, romantically, it was very. I had this long discussion about how I get scared. But yeah, I don't know, man. I guess I just gotta lock in. Maybe I can go to the gym. I don't know, man. I don't enjoy the gym. I enjoy running. I enjoy the working out. Enjoy the like lifting. I like barbell and stuff. Those are fun. But also, I don't want to buy a gym membership. I think I'm just use the dumbbells that I have because I got it and then I went like 4 times. And I was so mad, so mad. Oh, dude, my brother convinced me to get it and then he just didn't go, so I didn't go. I was mad about that. They got it for free, so I guess he doesn't really care. But yeah. I've been recording for too long. I gotta wrap this up. Let's see, is there anything else I want to talk about? Nothing really interesting in my life has happened. You know, it's pretty basic. Waiting for Frank Ocean to tell us he's retired. Won't for some reason. Like, man, I get that you're like mysterious and shit, but just be like, hey, I'm retired. Because not everybody wants to just pray every day that you're gonna release an album. Just say you're retired or say you're gonna make music, man. Like, I really like. Yeah, he's my favorite musician. But like, come on, dude. Have the decency to just tell us if you're like retired. Just like you release really good albums, then you just like ghosted. Like I get you're like a human being first, and then I think people treat celebrities too much like for like take pictures with. Like imagine if every second people followed you around, took pictures of you, and asked for autographs. It's fun for like a day, and then I'm gonna fucking stab them. But if you like, but like at least be honest and be like I'm retired. And maybe people will. I don't know, man. What else? Summer's been great. You know, it's fine. Um, I don't know. I haven't hung out with my friends enough. I don't know. I guess I've just not been great mentally wise. Like I get into it, but I don't know, man. I just gotta socialize more. It's like I don't enjoy. Like I enjoy. I'm like an extrovert, but only when I'm with friends. I don't know, man. Although, and the thing is, where it's super nice at the end of the school year. It's gonna suck because then I'm gonna have to get know everybody in all the classes and shit again. Like I don't know. Plus, I have really bad luck with getting classes with friends. So, like, okay, I feel like freshman year, I didn't know. I knew one guy who was came from junior high, and he's my best friend. I think probably. I don't know. I don't think I'm his best friend, but he's definitely my best friend. But yeah. And I made a bunch of friends. Going into sophomore year, I probably had like four good friends, four good friends. Then coming out of sophomore year, I have like five really good friends who I would like text decently amount. I don't text that much. I don't know. Then I have a lot of people who I know and would like to talk to, you know? Like there's a lot of people who if I see them in class, I'd sit by them, you know? But like that expands the net of people who I would hang out with by a lot. So therefore my chances should increase, right? I feel like that makes sense. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I don't hate, like, I don't like school. I don't know. I just don't like beginning of school, especially. I have really bad social anxiety. That didn't super help. But and the things I enjoy about it definitely, like of course, talking to friends. I enjoy classes, some classes. I'm taking a lot more AP classes, so that's probably gonna suck. I don't know, man. Like super smart. So, I don't know, and I actually want to go to college. I don't know what I'm gonna do though. It's a nice thing about my school is they have a scholarship thing. It's called the Harper Prize, right? It's not hard. You need like 10 hours, We're gonna do junior, 10 sophomore, 15 junior, 20 senior. Um, yeah. And then attendance, which is the hard one. You need a certain amount of attendance that really sucks because you just have to go to school sick, everybody else sick, and it's not a great feeling. But you can't like sometimes you just gotta go to stuff sick. But if you're really sick, you kind of gotta go, which sucks. Then you gotta get like above a 2.0. That the grades are super easy, and is that all? I think that might be all. There's probably a disciplinary thing as well, but I don't really care about that. So you get 4 free years of community college, literally like free. I mean, you should probably have to pay for some stuff, but the actual courses and stuff are free. A 4 free year, it's just or four, I think 3 years of community college just for doing that. And I feel like it would be a waste because okay, you went directly to a university, and is it was it? You went to a school of engineering. I don't think that's a university. I don't know. I feel like it's a waste, right? Because it's 4 free years, and I don't want to be one of those people who they finish their major just to realize they start their major just to realize that they don't like what they're doing. Because just think, like I love 3D modeling. That is a passion of mine. I'm not good at it, but it's really fun. And there's a lot of things I enjoy doing. Like I really enjoy, and there's a lot there's things I enjoy. I enjoy 3D printing. Cool to be a 3D model. Enjoy it. I don't get to do what I want to do. You know. So I feel like there's so many things that I think I might want to do, but I wouldn't like doing them as a job. And I feel like, what's the point in risking wasting money going to a bigger school like right away and just get free college and see how I like it as a career because you'll have to get a way better understanding of what it requires. You know, I feel like it's kind of a waste not to, right? If to not, I don't know. Also, like, just and but I don't think I don't know. I think it's not taking a scholarship. Like, I don't know. I have to figure out like this. I don't know how I'm supposed to know what I want to do. I would do cloud all of like there's which my high school name Jews. Every time I go in there, like I don't know, there's a lot of clubs. I like, can we have like a gaming club? I would rather die, honestly. I enjoy video games, as you could probably tell. But a screen of one. Yeah, I don't. You worse playing games. But actually, now I look at like, I enjoy playing like like I do a lot more. Good fun. On my old channel, I really after did thumbnails and shit. Let me just pull my channel. I said me not. I would prefer not to do that actually. I have a pretty decent amount of videos. Like so much yeah, like I just was so I was so I put so much effort. So then I made this one. Um yeah, I don't know. I gotta lock in this year though. I don't know if academically or I can't keep being below average. I'm technically because my I was let me check my actual GPA. Cumulative GPA. Oh, okay. It depends if it's weighted or weighted. Get my phone. Sorry, it's gonna take a sec. I think the average is 3.0, right? Sure. I don't know. Let me pull this up real quick. What's happening? Is it working? It's working. I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna have to make this really fast. So here? No, no, not there, not there. Transcript. Shit, I think that was wrong. Where is this? Oh, I got a PA. But I mean, it is better than like four, you know? Where is this, man? Java, this is, where is it? Documents? There, figured it out. Okay. Um, my cumulative GPA is weighted at 3.4 and unweighted at 3.3. Super great. I just feel like it's better than nothing. Yeah, I don't know if I'm assuming schools use weighted, right? So 3.4 isn't like terrible. But honestly, I don't know where it's going with that. I'm gonna end it here. I don't know. I'll probably post this, honestly. I wasn't originally planning to, but I feel like ranting for an hour, I can't. I feel like that's a lot of time to waste to not post it. But I don't know. Um, hopefully I will not. Hopefully I will not be womanless for this entire year. Bye.